And talking about the markets now, let's get a check on what's playing out in the highly volatile crypto market. We see Bitcoin there up about 0.49%, with mostly green on the screen right there this afternoon. But Solana's in the red, Cardano in the red. Looking at Coin 360 there, that shows us what the color is in the market. All right, let's get a check on major cryptocurrencies that we track now, the top 100, and the sentiment in the market. How are traders feeling in this market? Talking about the Fear Greed Index, 70 points, still a greedy market, regardless of the volatility that we're seeing right now with the U.S. Elections. All right, let's get a check on what's playing out. Gilbert Jopata joins us now, is a lead at Investor Lodge. Great to have you on the show, Gilbert.
Yeah, greetings, Mr. Ladi.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're as nervous as most investors right now as they're doing or taking on the election trade at this point. How are you seeing it?
A lot of person thinks whoever wins the election will impact Bitcoin pricing, but they think it can impact Bitcoin price to the up or downside, but I largely disagree with this, and I'll tell you why. Bitcoin is going to go up and will continue to go up even after the election, regardless of who wins. And this is because, one, macroeconomic environment is friendly. You know, the Feds have already started cutting rates. We'll have another rate cut on Thursday. And at the end of the year, China is cutting rates. Also, when we look at the M2 monetary supply, and then a lot of capital is coming into the market, you know, from traditional investors through the ETF, the halving has taken place, and then supply shock always get priced in 6 months after, which started at the end of last month. So we will go up, and I think January next year will be like January 2020. Who wins the election only matters if we want to consider how high we will go. But then smart investors must think the way dumb investors always think. And this is because every dollar that they put into the market matters. You know, there is this narrative that is being believed that whenever a Republican wins an election is good for the market. And so many persons are already pricing in a bet, you know, they want maybe the Republicans to win. But, you know, this is a close tie. It's been showed that and suggests that the race is very close. But however, you know, the market always do well regardless of who is president. But then why narrative drive the market, capital, and then prices? I think recent gain in the treasury market and the dollar, you know, makes those in the predictive market, they're anticipating a win for Trump. But then polls still suggest that this is a very close race. But then I think this means that if a Republican party wins this election, we'll have a short-term price surge. But there are probability if the Democrats win, then there may be a short-term unwinding.
So you're telling me that come tomorrow we get the winner, and maybe Kamala Harris is announced as the winner. What candle direction are you seeing immediately for Bitcoin?
Okay, you know, the election will happen tomorrow, but we are going to have more, you know, results to a large level of certainty to know who is leading from Wednesday. So what they are, you know, investors right now are placing their bets already in the market in regards to who they want to win and who they actually think will win. And if you look at the structure of Bitcoin in particular, you will see that there is a very heavy, you know, support level, and is structured for some continuation. But this means that while some investors are pricing in their bets who they want to win or who they think will win, it also means that a couple of investors, more investors are on the sidelines. I want to know who will win, because whosoever win is going to affect you know, fiscal policy and also economic policy. So there are lots of investors still on the sidelines and waiting to see what the election result will look like.
I guess if you're not sure, just sit on your money at this point. But you know, the U.S. Fed is supposed to meet also this week. What are you expecting with that?
Okay, it's largely expected that they will deliver another 25 basis points cuts, you know, and this followed after we already had a 50 basis reduction. But, you know, after Friday's non-farm payroll report that shows that there is almost a stall in growth, And this came out as a result of strike, weather disruption, and so it has rather cemented more of an expectation of a smaller rate cut. So I think that the market have already priced in another 25 basis point cut on Thursday, and then we'll have another by December that could also be 25. But then I think that whatsoever the Fed statement will be very important, because it will show us whether there is resilience, in the market, and how slow the cut may continue. But then I think a lot of this will depend on data that will come out. And I think this is also what the Fed chair will say on Thursday, that the size of the next cut that we'll have by December and also following from next year will be very determinant on the data that will come from the US markets.
And very quickly now, just imagine we're at the end of the week. Are you going to be shorting Bitcoin now or going long?
Okay, there are two things. First of all, it does not make sense as an investor to think of shorting the market, because the trend is always your friend, and we're in a bigger time frame of an upside surge. But then, when I think as a trader entering the week, should I short or should I go long? I think there are two things to it. First of all, Bitcoin retracement to 68K, that before was a resistance, has become a support. And then we need a very heavy news to take us down, and then 65 have already showed that there is enough volume. But then, should we go long or short? I think that we have a larger probability of having an upside this week, and as a matter of fact, probability of even an all-time high, if you look at the market structure technically. But then I think that the events we are going to have this week, such as the US election and then rate cut on Thursday, the data we will have will be the triggering events that could lead Bitcoin to an all-time high this year.
All right.
This week.
All right. We'll see if that plays out for this week. Thank you so much, Gilbert Jokwada, team lead, Smart Investor Lodge. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ms. Ladi.
All right, so that's the show today. You can always watch it again on our YouTube channel. You can also get more updates on our website, www.channelstv.com. I'm Ladi Williams from me and the team right here at Channels HQ. It's bye for now.